like yeah. You done fucked up like yeah. You done fucked up like yeah. You done fucked up like yeah. Like yeah. Took the shit off my wish list. Number one on that hit list. Red stick, green pack, light it up like it's Christmas. S raps, that be that fucking business. Fuck everybody, fuck everybody, fuck everybody. Get with this. King of the shit coming Rodney. Beat a hoe down like my name Bobby. White bitch call a motherfucking Whitney. Big J bumpin' bro, yeah with me. Just watch me go, yeah swiftly. Now I'm in my zone, get with me. Now I'm in my show, get with me.
Turnt TV, Colorado's #1 show in the box state, representing for sports, music, entertainment, and of course you already know that Colorado hip-hop. Got a special show for you today, man. One of the artists that's been in rotation on Turnt TV for about probably the last 4 or 5 months since we heard his first song he hit with us with a Best Friend remix, man. Pat Anthony, Mr. Fucked Up Like Ya. What's up, fam?
How you guys doing there, man? How you doing?
Good, man, good. We appreciate you taking time out to work with us. Drop some little bit of knowledge that you got, just because we know, I mean, you know, I know you being one of the most consistent working hip-hop artists that I see. You always have new content, you always have new stuff coming, so it's really cool for us to finally get you on, man. So video for Fucked Up Like Y'all, people are loving the song. The video is dope as hell. I love the different shots, different angles, man. Why don't you go ahead and talk us a little bit about that song right there?
Yeah, man, I mean, that basically just started, first off, the dude who produced it is God De Niro. He's a 16-year-old from Minnesota. He lives in Texas now. He's bananas, man. He's I believe actually 18 now. He's 18 now. When I first started working with him, he was 16. And he just progressed within those 2 years so much. He does have like a distribution deal and all that. So we're just trying to, you know, work with as many producers as possible. And it just happened very, very naturally with that song. You know, it's kind of was chilling one day and just wanted to make the trappiest song as possible and got the beat. And we went in the studio, you know, and I just did my thing, just went in the studio and got it done. You know, it was really cool, it was really natural, and I look forward to working with him as well. He'll be on the 2 years EP coming up very, very, very soon. He's going to be at least on 4 of those tracks.
That's what's up. Turnt TV, live in effect with Mr. Pat Anthony, giving us a lot of great material, man. Like we say, you gave us Honest, you gave us Best Friend remix, you gave us this recent song Fucked Up Like Y'all. Can't wait to hear Woke Up in Denver, right? You getting ready to drop something like that?
Yeah, Woke Up in Denver, that's going to be a big thing. It's basically a song about my city, from my perspective, and how, you know, it influenced me and gives me a drive every day, you know, to do better. That's basically what it's about, just waking up every day and achieving your dreams and, you know, putting one foot forward or the other and just keep going and going and going. And if people are telling you to stop, don't stop. And that's what it's about.
That's what's up. Can't beat that, man. So what part of the city were you, did you start from, or where you at, man?
What do you mean?
From, I mean, Denver-wise, like, I always like to ask everybody what high school they went to, where they're at, like, exactly where they're from. Where are you originally from Denver?
Yeah, I'm originally from Denver, more so Westwood area.
Okay.
So they're like the southwest side. You know, that's basically where I grew up. Just kind of started off, you know, just real natural. I kind of got into recording on a boombox and then got into beatboxing. You know, got inspired by Rozelle and did online beatbox competitions, and then, you know, figured out I was able to sing, and just, it was just really natural, you know, progressed. And then one day when I was 16, I got a whole setup of recording equipment, and I just, you know, was recording. I wrote for about 3 years previous to that, but, you know, ever since then it was just, you know, go, go, go. Even when I was in school, I could just focus on music. It's really hard to focus on it. Honestly, it's like, you know, people who out there are listening, they understand when you're an artist. You know, it's just a constant struggle with yourself because you want to progress as much as possible. You know, and it's a battle with yourself because, you know, at the same time you get tired. You know, and it gets pretty hard. But at the end of the day, we keep going. You know,
I think every artist kind of hits that wall, like where they think, you know, is this shit going to keep moving? Is it worth to keep working for? And definitely it's cool to see that you kept pushing, man. So when did you first like get into this? Like, when did you first start actually being like, all right, I'm going to take this hip hop game serious and really try to dive into it and try to make some noise in the city?
Honestly, it was probably a little while back when my best friend Devin died. He actually died in a rollover crash. And he always supported me, man, nonstop in my music. You know, he was always telling me if I worked harder, I'd be the one to make it. If I had special talent, you know, his whole family's always been behind me, and to this day, you know, they're my family. So
Right,
essentially, when he passed away, it kind of put a fire into my ass. I went through like a 4 day just kind of recording binge, locked myself in my room, didn't even come out, not even for the bathroom. Like, I literally just, like, I didn't even go to the bathroom, but I was so fucking depressed. It was kind of crazy. So I was recorded for 4 days straight, and, you know, just kind of, from that point on, I've always, you know, put every extra bit of money I have into this, every bit of extra energy I have into this, everything I put into it. So mainly it was that, you know, when you lose somebody, you see how immortal you are, and you think you're immortal when you're younger, when you're actually still, you know, feel the mortality come on behind you, you want to keep pushing forward and keep moving. And, you know, I essentially do it for him, I do it for myself, and I do it for my family, man.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's crazy. We just we had an interview with some skateboarders last night. Those represent Improving Clothing, and it's crazy because they also told a story about a buddy passing away and wanting to kind of, you know, live up to their legacy, or live up to at least, like you say, your buddy loved your music and stuff like that. So that's crazy for you to keep pushing, man. So rest in peace to your boy right there. That's crazy how everybody kind of got that story, and how that gets you pushing. So.
Man,
yeah.
Everybody always asks me at shows. Everybody always asks me, you know, why do I have a roach clip around my neck? Because that's his roach clip, man. That's the one we used to smoke, you know, with, and that dude's always with me. You know what I'm saying? So we're just, you know, shout out to those dudes. You know, my condolences to them. I totally understand. But it keeps you going, you know. And the day, you know, people are putting your lives for a reason, and when they're taken out, you know, you regret, you know, not taking more time on them, but at the same time, you can't regret too much. You got to move forward and learn from it.
That it is. Turnt Up TV, live in effect with Pat Anthony. Appreciate you stopping through, man. Got the music video. Let's talk a little bit about that. Definitely was fire. How did that all come about? Like, you talked about, like, you know, where did you guys actually go to get all the shots like that, man?
Actually, we did it. So basically, we kind of just sat down. He met me at Belmar Parking Garage, and I just told him, I mean, I really just want, you know, very, very basic trap video. That's really what it was meant for. Because, you know, as you know, my music that I've released previously is a little bit more, you know, pop and soul influence. And when I kind of dropped that, it was kind of surprised everybody. So we wanted to make it as natural, not kind of, you know, like we were trying too hard. So I was kind of told, you know, take some natural shots. We went up on top of the parking garage. It was perfect because it was kind of raining at that time. We did 2 or 3 different takes up there, and then we did a whole other day of shooting, and it just kind of came together natural. The dude who shot it is Blaze Steimer from Dip and Dash. He's amazing. So if you guys can check him out, it's going to be Dip and Dash Visuals. He'll be on my page on Facebook.com/Pat Anthony Music.
There it is. Shout out Dip and Dash Visuals, right?
Yeah, man, he's nasty. He's actually from Wisconsin, I believe. He moved out here, and so he's going to be doing every single video from here on out for every single project. So, you know, look forward to working with him more. It definitely was a really good experience, and anybody who's looking to get a video done, I do recommend, you know, going through him for sure.
There it is, man. Breaking up a little bit, so if we can make sure we're clear right there, you're good. But next thing I want to ask you, man, is so you got into the game, started making music, and just like you said with the video, it was different. It really, in my eyes, made me like, all right, Pat Anthony really got some talent, because I love the singing. I love, you know, how you dropped it on Best Friend Remix. I straight up love that song. And then, you know, like I say, Honest, all the different music you came. But when you dropped this song, you know, you were spitting, you know, you wasn't so much more of the singing type. You had some bars in there that I was like, oh shit, like it hit me like surprise. And I know you probably, a lot of people hit it like that. And to me, it was like, all right, now this dude, you know, you guys really got to pay attention, because he can hit you from both ways with it.
Yeah, man, I actually started out just plain out rapping. Like, literally, that's what I did first. I had like 3, you know, mixtapes under the name Mags, like M-A-G-Z, that standard for musically artistic gifts from Zion. And I really was just into hip hop, you know. I literally, you know, Biggie, Most Def, you know, just, you know, things like that. So the rap is really second nature to me. Mm-hmm. Really, surprisingly enough, what's hard for me is singing, because I had to teach myself for that. So It's kind of different because I've dwelled, so much in and out, and I started so young, so I was kind of able to develop different things by just kind of experimenting. But yeah, the bars on there really just, for the most part, were off the top of the head. I only understand a couple of them because, like I said, I went to the studio. It was really natural, and we just started rapping. And anybody who's heard that beat knows that it's very, very easy to ride because it's so, bass influence and it's so progressive. So, it was really natural, and I like it a lot.
No
for sure.
doubt,
So,
man. We started the show out with it. We're going to finish it with it. Let everybody finish, hear the whole song when we're done. So shout out to everybody that put work on that. Like I said, the video's fire, man. It definitely got a lot of different opinions. Cool thing is, man, is you were able to put up your video, get a lot of feedback from it. What I want to ask is, and you've probably know that you've seen these comments, heard these comments, different people, comparisons and stuff. What do you think like it is for you, for people, when you say like on those your video, all right, there's a Post Malone type, or there's I don't even know some of these other dudes that they name on there. What can you say that really breaks you away? And I'm not another person that you could just think it's like a Post Malone. No, no shade to Post Malone. I mean, he got great song stuff, but I think you got a little bit different lane than he does.
I mean, honestly, I take that as a compliment because, it's just coming to light lately that Post Malone actually, did acoustic music and did folk music before he even, did hip hop, or trap or whatever you would call his style of music.
Right.
I kind of take it as a compliment, honestly, because they're comparing me to somebody that's one of the hottest musicians out right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if that's what they want to compare it to, by all means, compare it to what you want to compare it to. But at the end of the day, yeah, I am my own artist, and I do have a style that kind of developed from listening to my brother. He was in a band growing up, kind of punk music, and
okay.
He trapped all of America. So I listened to growing up listening to soul, Marvin Gaye, we listened to Luther Vandross, everything, Patti LaBelle, like the whole nine. So it was just mainly, just taking everything, and so it just kind of came together, like I said, I keep saying naturally, but that's really what it is, It's just,
that's what natural. It is, man. Turnt Up TV, live in effect with the homeboy Pat Anthony coming through, man. Make sure you follow him on his Instagram, all his social media at Pat Anthony Music. Y'all check that out. Definitely got to check out the video if you haven't got a chance. We'll definitely repost it on Turnt Up TV coming up, man. So, got a new segment coming up, and like we talked about, kind of inspired me by you. I love, of course, everybody's connected social media wise, so you get to see what everybody's at. And a couple weeks ago, man, you posted a Facebook post, kind of saying, so this is a segment, get it off your chest. And it kind of was just talking about, your feelings towards what you think's going on in the Denver music scene, and maybe thinking about expanding your options somewhere else. Where were you at right there at that moment, man, with that? And can you elaborate a little bit about that post?
Mainly, it's I got to be careful when I kind of speak on this because it's a touchy subject. As we all know, a couple years ago when I first started, 10 years ago, the music industry was barren here. Hip hop was garbage. Here, and my main point of that is just a lot of these artists out here really aren't taking the craft seriously. At the same time, that's kind of fucking up everything because
right.
Everybody wants to be on top tier, but they're not really putting up top tier work. Therefore, when you're related to a Denver city artist, people kind of see you as subpar. If I was coming from, say, somewhere like a New York or a deep south somewhere out there, I have music out there to back me that, hey, we are good. And I'm not saying that there's not good artists out here. There are good artists out here. People like Priest, Mr. Midas, there's a lot of good artists, Trev Rich, Kid Vegas. A lot of people are putting on for the city, and I'm proud to see that. But I want, the lower end people to understand that it takes, a lot more than just, spitting some bars and shooting a halfway decent video. At the same time, we got to, entice these fans to come out to our shows. We got to entice people to come, fuck with us, because at the end of the day, we really have nobody that's out there that big.
Yeah.
Priest and Rich by far are the biggest artists that we have right now. And all respect to them because they keep me going every